Hey guys, it's Christine. It's rapidly getting dark out, so what time does the sun set these days? I feel like it sets so early. Okay, I was right. So yeah, I literally have like 30 minutes before the sun sets. The sun sets at 5:33. That is insane. So today, we're just gonna have a chat, just about some things I've had in my mind, mainly around perfectionism. It's a common theme for me, just my struggles with it. And another common theme would be how much I have been just disliking my hair. I feel like I've been getting bad haircuts like left and right. So you guys will constantly see me like fidgeting around with my hair or trying to just like pull it back and clip it back. And it's just, I like hate to admit that a bad haircut or bad hair look or bad hair day can get me down, but sometimes it can. So I thought, today we would just like play around with my hair while we chat, because I'm sure there are different things I could be doing to make it look better. I know. It's so, we are more than our appearance. I agree, we are. It just does this thing where the top layers bow in like this, and then the bottom layers kind of like flare out. So I'm just gonna be playing around with it. I almost was like, maybe I should just like cut my bangs on camera today, but we're not gonna go that extreme. Perfectionism, something that I feel like I just battle with constantly, to the point where I get so stressed and like shut down. It just gets me down so much, way more than the hair, by the way. The hair is just it's just like that other little thing that's like, ugh, but I think it's because I'll try to put so much of myself into any project, anything that could, I guess, garner some sort of like expectation from others. That's where I aim to please. Let's play with the hair a little bit more. The thoughts are gonna flow, I swear. So I haven't been liking the way my hair looks at all. It just feels like when I went to the hair salon last, she was like, okay, I cut your like shorter layers. The longest layer, do you want it 1 inch or 2 inches? That's when I just knew that this isn't going the way that it should have, because I wanted all my layers to be very blended in. I don't want it to be like one chunky, like, can you just see how like chunky this is compared to like my longer layers? And when I left, of course, me being like a people pleaser, I was just like, okay, I was like, yeah, it looks great. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. When you like someone just puts so much effort into something, like it's like, oh, you guys just spent all this time cutting my hair and then blow drying it and styling it, and I really don't like it, but I just did not have the heart to be like, I really don't like it. But I think she could read it in my face a little bit, because she was like, oh, that's how the layers are supposed to be. And I'm just like, I've been wearing it a lot like this because it's just, the lazy part of me that doesn't really want to style it, where I just put a headband on, kind of like section the bangs down like this, grab a huge jaw clip, which, by the way, these I've gotten from Amazon, and I love them because they're actually huge and they like fit all my hair and they don't slip out. My hair, it just holds onto the hair really well. It came in like a pack of 4, just in case any of you guys are wanting to. I know like these jaw clips have been like a trend for a while now, but these days I just need it. I need them. I need them in my life. And I haven't even opened the black one yet, but I really, really love them. I've been wearing this one the most, and I thought with like my outfit today, because it's like green and pink, I just thought this one would look nice. But this is how I would just typically style my hair. Twist it like this. And then see, a lot of times, like I just have these like layers still fall because she just cut my layers a little bit shorter. So what I'll do is I'll grab it from the side like this. Yeah, so something like this. Typically, when I just can't be bothered with my hair, and I'm like, ugh, my hair. I mean, luckily, it's like long enough for me to be able to do this and to be able to tie it in a ponytail without so many strands falling out. But a lot of the layers are short, so they do typically fall out. So that's why I'll just do the headband thing. And I think this is kind of cute. Like I'm okay with this, Sometimes you can pull some little hairs out right here, so it doesn't look so like, Perfectionism. Okay, so like what really kind of inspired my thoughts around this, and I swear it's not all doom and gloom and negative, is that when I really reflected back on this year and reflected back on what made me feel happier, what made me like deal or handle perfectionism really well, is to start to really like practice imperfectionism. Imperfectionism, yes, like be more of an imperfectionist. And I used to think that if I didn't like, I guess, this is why like I don't try to script out my videos, but typically I really try to think them through, and you guys don't really like those. I think you like it when I'm like struggling to find my words sometimes, I don't know. I mean, it's like you're chatting with a friend, right? But yeah, like I always felt like I had to aim for perfection. I had to, like, in order to excel, in order to get anywhere in life, that I had to like be as perfect as I can, put out the most perfect content or have the most perfect outcome with anything. Otherwise, like I failed and I didn't do good enough. And even like just thinking back to my upbringing, like I would spill milk and then get in trouble and think like, oh my gosh, because I'm such a mess up. I couldn't even like pour milk without spilling it out of the cup. It's little things like that, and it's like why they kind of affect you over time. But I don't want to just like blame it on parenting or anything like that. It's not about that. But it's like those jarring moments that you kind of can't help but remember because you felt like you screwed up. I think a lot of it is like, I just don't want to let people down. I don't think it comes from a place of like insecurity or lack of confidence, but it's just more like, I need to just put out the best thing I possibly can. Otherwise, like, why do it at all, you know? I don't like the thought of like half-assing something, but it definitely can lead to burnout because it's like, you're not giving yourself the room and space to fail and to be imperfect and like to just test and trial things. I remember working back in corporate where they were really trying to encourage us like with the notion of done is better than perfect, and that made me cringe so much. I stopped playing with my hair. Let's move on. And that made me cringe so much because I thought, no, like done is better than perfect. That means that you're setting the bar really low. You're just setting the standard so low, and that means like you're okay with just putting out something really crappy. When really that's not what that means at all. It like being an imperfectionist doesn't mean you have to lower your standards. It doesn't mean you can't strive for excellence, but like it just means that aiming for perfection is actually foolish. It's pointless because like you can't be expecting perfection. Like you can aim high, you can hope to excel, you can hope to put out really, really great work without expecting it to be perfect every time. I actually do have my flat iron on and heating. I thought what I could do, and I know it's getting a little darker. Let's see if we can just brighten you up just a little bit. Does that help? Yeah. We have like 10 minutes left until sundown. So, okay. What I'm gonna do is like, because of this part that's like bowing in, I'm just gonna see if I can flare it out a little bit and see how we feel about that. Because I haven't really styled my hair in that way, and I don't want to have to like do so much to my hair every time. I also don't want to feel like I have to clip it up all the time either. So I have curled it maybe once and didn't hate the look of it. I thought it worked really well to put curls in it so that it kind of just like blends in all the layers. So I have done that. I'm not gonna do that today. Oh, did I overdo it? I kind of overdid it. It's okay, we'll flatten it out a little. And I think another thing that like I thought about, because if you've been watching for a bit now, because I have been putting out, house content. Matt and I just recently moved into this house. And when I just like kind of announced to everyone that like Matt and I got this new house, like we moved, a lot of you were just saying that you were proud of me. And I know I never talked about this, but I felt really awkward. It made me feel uncomfortable because I thought like, why are you proud of me for this? Like, And it also wasn't just that, like I'm just not used to people telling me that they're proud of me. So I didn't really grow up with that. And you know, it could be like a partial like language barrier or cultural thing. It doesn't mean that like I don't think my parents were never proud of me, but I just wasn't used to hearing that phrase. Like I wasn't used to being told that. I guess like I have to like find it within myself to know when to be proud of myself. And as I like reflected on this past year, I can't believe this year's almost over, guys. It's crazy. There have been moments where I'm just like, damn, I am proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for so many little things that I kind of wish like others would be proud of me for too, which is, I know like silly to say. Some of you know that I did quit my corporate job early this year. It's like weird to say, but I wish people would have told me that they were proud of me for quitting. And and I know that sounds so like opposite. It's like, oh, you know, quitters like shouldn't quit. Like quitting can be like kind of an awkward, shameful thing. But no, for me in that moment, I really wish like I was proud of myself, even though it was a bittersweet moment. I was proud of myself, and I think the people in my life, if some of you guys are watching this, like, please, like, don't feel bad. It's one of those things where, like, your loved ones don't really know how to react or respond to different things you tell them sometimes, unless, like, you kind of let them know how you would like them to. It's just like with anything, right? Like, say, like, you're feeling down, and they just don't know what to, like, they care, like they love you, but they don't really know what to do to make you feel better unless you tell them. It's kind of like that, right? Like, how would my friends have known, how would my loved ones have known, like, that I wish they were proud of me in that moment? And even if it's not like a common thing to be like proud of or hope that others would be proud of you for. I guess like this whole house situation, I started feeling like, oh my gosh, if people are proud of me for this, and this is like such a huge thing in people's eyes, then I've got to do right by everybody. Like I've got to do right. Like I started having this fear of like screwing this house up and like making wrong decisions and just making it look really bad. It's the perfectionism. It's the perfectionism in me. And just thinking like kind of like forgetting that nothing that I do to this house has to be permanent. And I know I kind of chatted about that in my recent like how we chose our paint colors for our walls video. Like I think towards the end of that video, you probably could sense that I was stressed out. And then after some time really thinking about it and realizing how ridiculous I was being, that I finally like let the tension from my body go and started feeling like, holy crap, like we actually did this. We repainted most of the house, made decisions, and just got it done, you know? Like we just got it done. Like, damn, should be so proud of ourselves. Okay, it's looking, I guess it just looks kind of flat now. Okay, so whenever it does just start to look kind of flat like this, I want there to be some level of movement. So what I'm gonna do is kind of flick my bangs out a little bit. I know typically when I've done like real talks with you guys, it was me getting ready, like doing my makeup. And if you guys would like for me to resume those and do more of those, let me know. Okay, did this turn out okay? Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just like a little, it's getting so dark. Kind of gonna like flatten this part out too. I've noticed that like I tend to blow dry my hair and have it kind of like slicked back so much to where actually it's a little bit more flattering if I have the hair frame my face a bit more. So something that I've noticed, I don't know, maybe it's just like me balding, you know? It kind of happens as you age, you just bald a bit. This is a dark video. I hope you don't mind. I didn't even like reapply lipstick. Should I do that? If you are interested in the lip colors, I'll link them down below. Just gonna layer, I just put this pink color on and now I'm gonna layer more of this like, kind of like nudie tan color. Okay. Grab my notes real quick, hold on. I pretty much covered most of it. What made me realize that I was like really doing what I could to overcome these like perfectionism tendencies was that I would keep saying like, it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be perfect. And I would say this to Matt, I would say it to, you know, whoever. And maybe it was like me projecting my own fear around perfectionism onto others, I don't know, or really wanting to ensure that they don't feel that type of stress either. And just making it clear like, hey, you know, it's gonna look great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna turn out great. It seriously does not have to be perfect. And I find that like the more I say it, the more I believe it. And it just feels kind of good, you know, to like let go of that mindset. With a turtleneck, I do tend to like my hair tied up. So you've seen me do this a lot where like if okay, so this, I didn't curl this part, so I'd have to like clip that up. But where I just do a little curly doodad, you know, and tie the rest of my hair back, just because I've just been hating my hair. I've been wearing it like this a lot because I just feel like it's flattering. That's all, guys. I would really love to hear your thoughts. If you've struggled with similar thoughts and perfectionism tendencies, or if you're someone out there who has found like adopting the idea of being an imperfectionist has changed your life, please like let me know. Like share your thoughts, share your experiences. I really would love to hear how perfectionism has like showed up in your life and has been like crippling for you, if it has been crippling for you, because I know it's been so crippling for me so many times. And it's something I still work on constantly, but it really like, just knowing that things don't have to be perfect, seriously, it is life-changing. Did some hair fall? That's all. Oh, and if you've had like bad haircut after bad haircut and you're like, what the? Let me know too. It'll make me feel better because I know like, I'm just like, really, Christine? Like, you gotta get this right next time. And like, ask for what you want. And if you're not happy with something, like say it, you know? I gotta be better about that. I'm gonna work on that. I am. Okay, that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate and love you all so much, and I will see you guys next time.